Hello? Hi. Hey, howdy. It is me, Tilton. Here about 20 minutes late. That is mostly due to the fact that I had to, well, first jam out. Just like sit here and listen to this title theme. Alright, I have my fill. Alright. Start up the game. Getting in there. Well. Last time got through most of the game. I'm pretty sure, very certain that I'll be finishing it today. Oh, shoot. I was late today by 30 minutes. Well, nearly 30 minutes. It's actually 20 because I had a very severe case of I need to sit down and stretch my legs. And then that stretch my legs became, oh my lord, I need to sleep a little bit more. I just need like a small nap, just a little bit, just a teeny tiny bit of a nap, just a small thing. Huh. Your hitbox was weird, sir. But that teeny tiny nap, I was fully aware that I was like going to sleep. I looked at the clock and I said, I'll set I'll alarm for 5 minutes for 10. So I should have the source movement mod available. Yep, there it is. What? Maybe it's because I ran it twice. I might have to restart the game because it no longer feels like source movement. Darn it. Oh well. Is what it is. But I really need that nap. I'm so incredibly happy that I chose to take that nap rather than go through a napless world. Normally I despise taking the naps. Normally I don't want anything to do with naps. Normally naps just do nothing other than make me feel worse. But I needed it. I needed it that time. Okay. So gotta go out, gotta fight. Yep, with rocket jumps. We got rocket jumps now. Like I could almost go up to the top to that. Rocket jumps also hurt me, so I kind of don't want to rocket jump too much while in the middle of a fight, but I got up here where I don't think I'm supposed to, or at least I skipped how I was supposed to get up here. Not sure if you quite caught that. Did I already fight this guy? No. I fought his brother. Yeah, now I get to see what all it is that I can skip. I think there was the source physics. Oh, much like in the Team Fortress 2, if you aren't just like already moving, then it's like you're staying in place if you jump. Like if you, oh, it is so weird. It is so weird playing with source physics engines. Like air strafing requires you to use your A and D keys, because if you're holding W, much like if you're memento turbo sliding in F-Zero, well, there is air strafe, it's just you have to use A and D keys, right? But whenever you're holding the W key, it wants you to cap your speed at whatever your ground walking speed is. And that's often not very good for going anywhere in the air, which is how bunny hopping works. I think I have to. They want me to powerbomb this area as well. I remember there being something in here. Right? Right. There we go. All right. There we go. I got more health. So whenever you do B hops and the like, you kind of like hop to the left and right, and you try and keep yourself in the air as much as possible from boosting off of your initial jumps. And it feels incredibly weird. But, oh, okay, that was a little bit weird. Feels weird. I don't know. I have no. I'm going to say it feels weird for a while, but if you jump in a Team Fortress 2 game, if you press a direction in the air, say forward, after you jump, then you're not going anywhere. You're not going forward. If you go left or right after jumping in the air, and you're not already moving, then you don't go anywhere. You're just going up. Same thing if you're like double jumping. If you aren't already moving, then you just aren't going anywhere. So you have to like already be moving before you jump. And I can tell that that's already going to murder me. That is going to be the reason why I die. At least, well, not die, because I don't know, there's no platforming that's that punishing in Metroid Prime. Yeah. Nope. What was it? There we go. There's thermal. Weird. Yeah, it is weird. A little weird. Where is I going? Going to Talon Overworld, I think, right? It was going to the X-Ray Grove, Spectre Grove, something like that. I have to go and kill ghosts in my sci-fi video game. Let's see. Okay, I can't go through the bottom door. I have to go up. Right, up it is. I think I've said it before, where if you know kind of how Metroid games work, then they happen to feel very linear. with like a very rare exception every so often. Why isn't it dead yet? Why isn't this thing dead? And this is one of those cases where it doesn't feel exactly linear, but it still kind of is. Because I know that I'm going to have to backtrack a little bit back through here on the way out of getting the X-ray goggles. Owie. Yeah, it's always going to be a skill issue. We have to feed Big Phazon. The space pirates came in here, found Big Phazon drugs, and said, you know what, we're going to pump that into as many things as possible. And Chozo said, but we have already done a study on the matter, and said that's a bad idea. My unique technology. What? But I'm going not there. And there's actually supposed to be this part of the game where you go around and finding all these Chozo blocks or these Chozo keys or whatnot, and I haven't I haven't gone to that place where they tell you where they all are, and it's supposed to be kind of this big lore thing in the game, and it tells you like the history of the impact crater and how it is that the Chozo were here at this planet, and then they got screwed over by a gigantic, bigger alien. Where am I going? Where am I going? I have no idea. This map also kind of really weird. Gravity chamber or is gravity? I do have to go here to Pendrana's Edge for one of those Chozo keys. I do remember that. But where am I going? Is it? I don't know what these buttons are. Okay, that found that one. Yeah, it is. I am going to Talanover. Alright. Magmore East? So I was... Magmore South. And that other elevator was to... Where was it? Where did it say it was? Magmore... What? Just go back down the elevator. Back to Magmore. Know where we're going. I mean, I already knew where we're going. This is one of those things where it's like you have to kind of build the map in your head. And I actually am kind of glad that the map in this game kind of sucks. Because as hard as it is to navigate, it just kind of is a reason to learn the map yourself. There was actually a game developer conference that I watched some time ago. It's been the only game developer conference that I've ever watched, but it was talking about cursed problems in video games and how to solve them. And really the answer is you can't solve them, because that's kind of what makes them cursed to begin with. And one of them was one of the examples that they gave was, how do you solve players how do you solve the gamers being toxic in online video games? And the answer was you kind of can't. And that was kind of the definition of a cursed video game problem. There is a problem in a video game, how do you solve it? But the answer is that you can't solve it because it is yeah, good luck. The answer is that you can't solve it because it is a problem integral to the experience of the game itself. So it's like, it's like any game. It's like everybody is kind of a dick. You can't stop them. It's like saying, okay, how do I make a first-person shooter without it being in first person? You kind of can't. There are some problems that you can't solve in video games. One of the examples that I gave to help mitigate the cursed video game problem of of players being toxic in video games was they used Apex Legends as an example, where they intentionally made the voice chat in Apex incredibly shit, and they didn't have like a very, I don't know what's the best way to say it, like the most obvious or the most clear way of displaying the chat text. So if somebody talked to you in the chat text block, it wouldn't like be very easy to notice. And also they gave you a very robust ping system in Apex, so you have a way to like communicate all that you need to with your teammates, and then if you don't want to, then you can just like disable text and voice entirely. And even if they were active, that they're like kind of bad. And that was Respawn's solution for players being shitheads in video games. Another one was Tarkov, where the guy who makes Tarkov, I think it's like a very small team or something like that. Rocket League did the same. Oh, that's cool. All I know about the Rocket League communication is spamming way to go, way to go, way to go, or something like that whenever somebody fucks up a goal or something like that. Like you can still be kind of toxic, like how League of Legends they teach you to be toxic by throwing exclamation points or question marks around somebody. Oh yeah, what a save! What a save! They teach you to throw question marks around somebody who makes a questionable play. But Tarkov is done by a small group of people. Sometimes it's fun to be a little toxic. It's interesting trying to be toxic in Final Fantasy 14, which is about like the only place where I've seen people be like genuinely decent and not toxic. It's like being an asshole is an outlier in Final Fantasy 14. It's strange to me. Oh, it was actually like, there's this wonderful video that I need to bring up. Let me out. There we go. Rocket jumping saving. Okay. Can I post links in my own chat? Yeah, okay. There you go. I saw that in, I saw that pop up the other day and I gave it a watch and I had a really good laugh. Especially after I saw one of the comments, that said something like, the first half of the video made me question and made me feel uncomfortable. Second half was comfort and security, and I was like, yeah, you know what? You're right. It's a great video. I love it. I love it a bit. There's also apparently like a little bit of backstory behind the two players. The one that's like shouting the gamer word is also like a known cheater, but he like cheats in Team Fortress 2 to counter people that are maliciously cheating. And the one that is streaming live on Twitch is like apparently a known asshole. And it's like, okay, well, if that guy gets banned, then no loss. I will always remember that video because of one comment that said like the first half is the first half is discomfort and I don't know what to do with it. The second half is familiarity and the comfort that comes with it. And I thought, yeah, that about sums it up. Like, oh no, people being nice in video games, what the fresh hell is this? And Tarkov, I'll finish the thought about Tarkov eventually, I'm sure. Done by a small group, and if you do so much as like a whiff of gamer words or whatever, then the dev just like takes the last 5 minutes of whenever the dev receives a report on a player, then it'll save like the last 4 or 5 minutes, and then he'll watch back those 4 or 5 minutes, and if you do anything to harm his game, then he will annihilate you and your entire account. Like, he IP bans you, finds what the hardware it was that was connected to the game, and then just bans it. It is the biggest ban possible. Why did I do that? I could have rocket jumped. I'm doing that. There we go. Oh yeah, now we gotta fight ghosts. Normally, whenever you fight these ghosts, you see how they disappear and stuff and they wander around. But if you have the X-ray vision, you can see where they are at all times, and you're always able to fight them. Because now they don't have any iframes, because you can see them. Ow. The only problem is that you're stuck in jizz vision hell. When did you get X-ray? Oh, I got it while I was talking about Tarkov bands. I got it less than a minute ago. I just didn't talk about it because I don't know. I got it. I just didn't say anything because I just got it. Come on, come on. I did it first try last. Okay, got it. Nope. Nope. I feel very certain that I could rocket jump from this platform over to the top of that platform. Also, funny thing about this grove is it looks like you're outside the map. So we got that going for us. There we go. I did it. Totally could have. I don't think there's anything else in this room, so we're gonna leave. We're gonna take the half pipe out. Go back to the mines, because we crave the mines. Trying to work and watch the thing. Yeah, that sounds about right. That sounds about like what you do with a stream. It's like if you're dedicating your entire time to watching somebody stream, then you are insane. Streams are second monitor material at best. Unless something absolutely incredibly crazy is going on the stream, or there's a something actually very incredibly interesting about the stream going on. Like say I had it set up where I was a sim in a dollhouse or something like that. Like that would be a stream where I'm like trying to actively be a fucking clown and entertaining and a massive weirdo. That would be a stream to focus upon. But something like this? Eh, nah. Sounds like a new stream idea? Well, I know that Germa 985 has done that. And it was a really, really cool stream. That one actually was an incredible watch. Which, you know, is main monitor material. Yeah, weird. Whenever I blast those guys with missiles, it's like giving me the hit that, or it's taking off my damage like I'm hitting myself with a rocket launcher, because I take self damage now with the physics mod from rocket jumping around and stuff, but I should have been far enough away to not take any damage. It could have been like one of the spiny guys shooting their homing spikes up on me, but weird at all. Let's see. I have to go through the entire mines again, I think. There might be some spots that had power bombable places that I can go back and get now because I have the power bombs. But speaking of damage from rocket jumps, so there's a game called RoboQuest that is like a roguelike shooter, and it is very, very good. One of the reasons it is very, very good is that you don't take any self damage from rockets, and it has nothing but non-stop fast-paced video game action that I will probably stream at some point. I want to get through Metroid Prime 1 and 2 with the physics mod and this keyboard and mouse mod. And then I'll see if I can't get Metroid Prime 3 to work. But it's never particularly worked with this, it's never worked for me for some reason. Because one of the supported games is the Metroid Prime trilogy. But it's not been kind to me. It just wouldn't work. It'll work if I use like a normal controller and I'm not using the Prime Hack client. But otherwise it's not functioning. Let's see. Balls. I jumped all the way down here. And I should have been going... Dang it. Oh well. Time to get through the area. But I also still have to finish that run of Baldur's Gate 3 that I was doing. Where I was playing around with the... playing around with a Tavern Brawler feat, and Tavern Brawler feat is awesome. I love the Tavern Brawler feat because I get to add my strength bonus twice to any thrown or unarmed weapon attack, and it's such a small thing, but having an increased attack bonus is so incredibly nice. Because it's just more accuracy. I don't particularly care about the damage from it. It's just like, it is more accurate. And that's awesome. Ah, here it is. Okay. This is why I didn't get it before. I understand now. I feel a sneeze coming on. I moved my my mouse around and moved my camera around the morph ball to try and see where it was that I was going, rather than I don't know, not knowing where it was that I was going. And the camera doesn't work like that in the morph ball mode. I have already been spoiled. There we go, got the grapple beam. Now I can use grapple hooks. Can't use the grapple hooks in a really cool way that I really like, but any game that has a grapple hook is automatically a really good game. And I will not settle for anything less. I will not be punished. Hear that? I refuse. I refuse to be punished for jumping down through the entire shaft, even though it is coated with dudes. Oh. I think next I'm fighting Elite Phazon Warrior? And then from the Phazon Warrior I get a Phazon suit. Yeah, I think that's how it goes. So she said, darn. About being coated with dudes. I love saying that I need 5 guys inside me right now whenever I really want 5 Guys burgers and fries. Because it's just such an obvious way to say it. It's like, how would you not? No! I need to get the plasma beam now. So I'm going to Magmore Caverns again. But I long for the mines. At least I think I know where it is that I need to go, or how it is I need to go to this spot in Magmore Caverns. I hear the turret. I hear it. It's very tempting to do the rocket jump from that platform to that entrance, but I'll not do it. I'll not do it because that is a very, very long fall. Consecutive grapple hooks does feel really cool now. I don't know. It feels a lot faster. It feels a lot smoother. Oh, one of the neat things about the physics mod, which was stunningly easy to set up, it was actually just like download this, put it here, and then boom, you're done. Was it in through here? Was it past? No, that's elevator. It was other direction. It was over here. Oh. There it is. Okay. Ooh. I still haven't learned. I still haven't learned. I still haven't learned. I'm still right clicking to lock on, and I'm still going to die for it. Let's see. But one of the things that you can change with the physics mod is the amount of speed that you get from being in the air. So you can get bonus speed for making the bee hops a lot easier, and you can also adjust things like gravity and how much air control that you have, and it's like you can adjust pretty much everything that you would want to make it feel more or less like a Half-Life 2 mod. And I thought that was impressive. I thought that was neat. I thought that was... Oh, yeah, I need to go here. Spider ball. There we go. It was... What, over here? Yeah. It is really cool. I'm looking forward to using it in Metroid Prime 2 the most, because Metroid Prime 2 eventually added in the screw attack where you can chain consecutive jumps, and I'm wondering how it is they have, well, how it is you can navigate those particular areas that have like no, just let me, darn it, my hubris. I wanted to cheat. I wanted to jump, and it did not let me. I have been punished. I apologize. However, I have just noticed that I only need to go over there. So, could I... This feels very feasible. Rather than doing the entirety of this really slow morph ball, spider ball course, could I just... Darn it. Darn it. Curses foiled again. However, it feels doable. It feels possible. I can do it. I feel like I can do it. I feel like I can skip being a spider ball user and... Okay, I take it back. I take it all back. The grappling hook feels whack. It did not allow me to turn. I can't jump afterwards. What in the fresh hell is this? What? Game? Wah. Don't worry, it's just labbing, just data. I'm just learning how it works. All right. Now, I know that there's like a like biting a hole in my seat here. There's a lip there that I have to kind of bounce off of and not get stuck in right there. So what if I... Oh, almost. However, might be able to just jump back, right? There we go. Okay. So I have a small mercy. Skill issue. It is a skill issue. I will resolve the skill issue by learning. Visualize, then execute. Ah. Almost had it. I can still like double jump after rocket jumping, so it's kind of like if I were playing Scout with a rocket jumper on a randomizer server or something like that. I just reverse my dump truck ass off the platform again. Knowing where my feet are is a very serious issue that I have. One that I need to resolve. Could I have already done this with the spider ball? Yes. Like, if I stuck with being in the spider ball, I could have already solved this. However... Darn it. At least I have like a 50% chance of getting back here quickly rather than falling all the way to the bottom, kind of like in Jump King or whatever. Yes, I did it. Suck my nuts, eat my ass. I'm the best. The only reason I failed it last time was because I didn't do the cancel. Stays on mines. Been drawn to drifts. All right, we go left. We go back. We go back to the mines. We crave the mines here. We now have the best beam in the game. You know, whenever I can hit with it. It'll one-shot most normal enemies. A charged plasma beam shot will kill most enemies, except for like red space pirates and a few other really high health like multi-phase enemies such as the Pendrana Drifts Sheegoth. It also has a pretty fast projectile to the point where it's not really a projectile. It's almost a hit scan. So we have... Oh no. Drop frames? Drop some frames? Dropping frames currently? And I'll wait for it to clear up. 832 drop frames? Yeah, that's about like a second. Or... Holy moly, what was that? What made me shoot off into the stratosphere? I need to learn what that tech is. All right. So there's some grapple beam cancel tech that there has to be. Oh no. My game also like just paused and shuddered. Thought it would crash. This is an exit. I need to go and find the force field that I opened up last stream. Yeah, that was 2 charge shots from the plasma beam to kill that red dude. What? Rocket straight into the floor below me. That's cool. But not into the one that's like right underneath my feet, but like onto the below low floor. Gosh darn it, bumping my head on things. I'll get accustomed to moving around in this 3-dimensional space that has been, you know, where I have lived for most of my life. I'll get around to that. Yeah, you can only really cancel missiles with the power beam, it seems. That's good to know. Good information for whenever I want to do really fast multi-missile jumps. Kind of curious how the Metroid Prime fight is going to be. I feel like it will be incredibly goofy. Especially if I refuse to lock on and I'm going to have the ability to just rocket jump around the entire room. And I'm going to be forced to shoot a very small weak point. I feel like at some point I'm going to either spend 10 hours fighting Metroid Prime herself, or I will just have to use lock-on for that fight. What? Come in. Oh look, another one. In the tiniest hallway ever. Nope, PlayStation. Safe. There we go. Onward and inward. I wonder what the game's going to say whenever I have 0% scans recorded. I have like a pretty decent time in completing the game, but I have never used the scan visor on anything in the game. I know that you get like a special end card stuff depending on how you've completed the game, but I don't know the criteria for that, and it feels like it changes with every single game. Normally how it is that you tell how good it was that you were at the Metroid game is the different state of nakedness of Samus at the end of it. It'll show you several different kinds of naked Samus. The most common being just hatless Samus. Oh. I opened something up over here. I don't know what it was, but I guess I did. Did that completely on accident. Cool, neat. Ah, I see. I imagine that there's like a missile expansion here, yeah? Yeah. Cool, I'll take it. Another 5 missiles with which to jump my way. Let's see, where is it that I am going? I don't need no darn invisible platforms. Oh yeah, self-damage from the missiles is another thing that you can change with the mod, but I figured that I would have it as default as possible. So I really could just end up destroying myself on this if I so chose. Nope, not up there. What the game doesn't tell you is that whenever you get the Phazon suit, you also get the Omega Cannon, which is only used in exactly one spot in the game, and that is at the very, very last phase of the final boss. Which I thought was kind of lame. I especially whenever you do use it and you're like in the X-ray visor for most of the final fight, it's the X-ray visor. You can't see a dang thing. There is no visual clarity with it, so you're just kind of like seeing this in a giant white flash. But oh yeah, using the X-ray vision, you can kind of see inside of Samus's arm cannon. So you can see how she changes her hand position based on what beam it is that she's using. So whenever she's using the wave beam, she has like all of her thingies pointed out. And then whenever she's using the plasma beam, she kind of has, it's like her middle ring and pinky and a knuckle. And then thumb out. Ice, she has them kind of like in the devil's horns pose. And for power, you can kind of see, like, that's what the corresponding hand icons on the bottom right are for. It's kind of a weird way to signify what the beam it is up until you have the X-ray visor. And then whenever you do have the X-ray visor, it's like a thing that you would almost certainly definitely miss. There was always a place like this in every Metroid game where you have a huge amount of like Metroids in an area. It's like Metroid Land, or in the other games, I think, well, in other games, I mean like Metroid Zero Mission at least. It's Terrain, something like that. I think it's Terrain. In Fusion, it became Sector 6 because in Fusion you're stuck on a research facility that's separated into several different sections. And one of them was one that wouldn't show up on a normal map scan that studied Metroids illegally. They've always got a location for the Metroids. It's always cool to see the alien influence. I really need to play the very first Metroid game because Metroid is directly inspired by Alien, and I need to see all the different references and stuff, or all the there we go. I'm kind of abusing the fact that I have a double jump pretty hard. Rather than learning how to actually rocket jump. Well, mostly because I haven't properly learned to double jump yet, because you don't get the exact same amount of like lift or propulsion from the missiles as you do in Team Fortress 2 as a soldier. So I haven't really bothered as much, I guess. Safe station? I would like a safe station before the boss. Yes, thank you. We're just gonna go to where it is that it wants us to go, but we're not going to acknowledge it. So high levels of Phazon found on mobile source is just going to be on the screen for a little while longer. Exposure to frigidite? Oh yeah, up there. I see. Frozen pipes. Got it. Look at him. He's big. He's huge. He's full of big blue. Oh no, I said big blue, and now I'm thinking of F-Zero GX, and sad forever that there's never going to be an F-Zero GX2. Damn, I got swiped. getting swiped here. He's too huge. I missed. I missed a huge target. I'm bad. I'm so bad. Oh. And now he goes invisible. What if I ignore these little dudes and I focused on the big boss? Because all these little dudes are oh, never mind. I have to focus on the little dudes. All the little dudes are colored pirates, which sounds awful. It sounds questionable whenever taken out of context. However, you're just gonna have to believe me whenever I say I'm better. Owie. Owie. Gosh darn it. I guess if he just wants to swipe at me, then he's going to... That bounced right off of his weak point. That's the game sucks moment if ever I've seen one. Because the game wants you to be locked on. Imagine playing this game with the GameCube controller and just never locking on. What would Daddy Nintendo have to say about that? I'm trying to hop around the room to avoid stuff and to be able to be fast. This was like one of the bosses that I was looking forward to the most with the physics and the mouse and keyboard mod. For most of that reason. Rewatching Code Geass? Really? I never I never watched Code Geass. Oh no, we're dropping frames. Code Geass was one of those that was really popular way back when, and one of those that I should have watched a long time ago, if only out of like obligation as somebody who has watched the animes. But I just never got around to watching it. I just knew that it was about like a guy that could command people to do whatever it was that he wanted, and he was after world domination or something like that. I mean, I don't even know if it's about a guy that is able to control anyone, because the only reason I assume that is because of, you know, the Geass in the name, which is not how you pronounce it. It's just called geese. However, if you pronounce it like geese, it sounds dumb because it's a goose, but more. And a spell that allows you to compel and command should not share a pronunciation with a demonic bird entity. Gosh darn it. But geese is a spell in Dungeons and Dragons that does exactly that, where you can force somebody to do something. I think it was also called Quest in some editions. And by some editions, I mean like edition 1. Now where was it that I was going? I have the Phazon suit. I have all the upgrades in the game now. That's actually a pretty good point for me to go and use the bathroom. Because I chugged about too much caffeine-induced or caffeine-laced water before starting up the stream. And now I very desperately need to not. I'll put on Ridge Racer music. However, nope. The track I was thinking of was not Ridge Racer. I'm a fool. I apologize. Okay, I'm returned. I like to live on the wild side of things and not mute my microphone whenever I go and take a piss. So that way, I may or may not have the sounds of piss directly into my microphone, because the acoustics of this home are a mystery and an enigma to the entire world. They don't make sense. You could just hear like a fly fart in, I don't know, Zimbabwe, and you're able to hear it in this house. Where am I going? Didn't hear anything. Good. Good, because Big Bill Hell should give me a call. I will take up their challenge pissing contest and I will win it. This map's confusing. It's inverted. I swear. I swear it is inverted. Where was... There is a 6 feet in the air without getting wet. I haven't quite done that yet. I have, however, done power wash pissing, where I like focus it into a singular piss beam, and then I I pierce right through the ceramic of the porcelain of the throne. So you put me on the front lines, and Genghis Khan will make something out of me. The ceramic plates of our enemies will be dunzo. Out! Look at this! Why are they all crowding here? Okay. Maybe if I just like don't ignore them, they'll like not be a problem. If I like take care of the problem, then they'll stop being a problem, right? However, consider the following. What if I ignore them? What if I learn very, very well from my time of playing Dark Souls for so many years, to the point where I got tired of pretty much every single Souls game? I haven't beaten Elden Ring, for instance, because I just got tired of Souls games. I played too much of them for too long. At this point, I'm not even sure if I would play Bloodborne if it came to PC. Alright, cool. Got one of the Chozo pieces that I needed. Chozo artifact. While I was down here, I'm glad I remembered that. Also ignore all the problems. Bro, we are brothers. we know what's good. We know what's up. Let's see, where am I going now? I think this is one of those parts where I just like kind of wander around, go to places that I half remember, and then it's like, I think I kind of remember that there's supposed to be something here, and I refuse to go to the impact crater and scan bird statues. That tells me exactly where everything is. Missed the creature coming straight at me twice. I'm washed. I'm terrible. I am bad video gamer now. That was weird. That ice beam shot didn't hit that Metroid. It just kind of like trailed past the Metroid, but the Metroid was still frozen. Weird. So it looks like the trail on the ice beam is also considered a hitbox. Man, I will smash my head against this. They don't know me. Oh yeah, I know I didn't tell you this the other day, but I did see the Discord message where you sent the setup that you have, and like, yeah, that's sick. That looks awesome. I love it. I'm jealous. I would love to play Ace Combat on that setup, which I only played Ace Combat 6, and that was a really cool experience. Why did I bother looking at the map? Man, all right. Really? I only need to tap them like once with it and then they'll die from burn damage? Wow. It's like I'm playing with the Pyro's Dragon's Breath weapon now. If I'm just gonna be incessant and throw more Team Fortress 2 references. Let's see. Where is it that I go? I go down, down. Or I go up, up. Right. I want to go to Talon Overworld. Yeah? Yeah, so I go up, up. I want uppies. So behind me. If I don't move my mouse, then the map becomes almost legible. Because as soon as I like turn the mouse around and I try and look at the map from different angles, I swear it just like flips upside down. It mirrors vertically and I hate it. I have the health tank multiple hits from those things. I don't care. You cannot stop me. Incoming scan data. Oh, I knew it. Yeah, see, this is the part of the game where you just go around collecting shit. We have entered the backtrack round 2 part of the game. That one pirate just leapt 30 feet in the air to land in front of me, and boy did that show of intimidation work. There was something here other than just like the phase-on, right? Or did I just grab it? Did I just grab whatever missile expansion was down there? Talking to customer, no biggies, no worries. Like I said, you don't have to worry about interacting. You can just like have it on in the background. That was kind of the idea with most streams. I can normally just talk to myself and mumble. We're overcome. Cool. That might be something that I end up doing anyways. Depending on how much you want to like take a break from like being at your own home for a bit. It's like, hey, I need something in the future, and I would like to not be at my house. Could you come to my house for a bit? And I can say, yeah, sure, I can do that. Where am I cooking? Oh. Over here. Right. Also, on that question, on that kind of like similar train of thought, how in the hell did you find that I streamed? Did you just like open up Discord and like I have the purple icon next to my name? Because that's about the only thing that I could think of. Oh, you are following me on Twitch, are you? Okay. So you just like opened up Twitch one and it's like, oh my gosh, Tilfin streaming. It gives you a notification. Oh, dude. Oh no. Oh no. I'm so sorry. Where was I going? Going over here. I have pretty much every single notification possible on almost anything turned off. The only time that I get notifications is from text messages. That does explain why you were in like the first, actually in the first minute. It was actually insane. I thought that I would be able to like talk about why it is that I decided to take a nap and why I was like 20 minutes late with like nobody there. It's like, oh, hey, look, there he is. There's him. Notification don't bother. That's cool. I guess they don't really bother me either, but at the same time, I just don't care enough. This dude's burning underwater. I will leave him to be. I will leave him to die, to burn underwater. Fire in the water. Why? Wait, does it give you... Is it because I have like a stream schedule set? The stream schedule set up to be like at 10 a.m. every single day. So every time 10 a.m. comes around, it's like, all right, there's supposed to be a scheduled stream here. And you get a notification about that rather than like the stream actually going live. How many times am I going to ask myself, hang on, where am I going? How many times am I going to ask myself that every single day? Ah, it only gives you the notification when I go live. Okay. Because if it gave the notification from like the schedule rather than the stream start, that would have been fucked up, Twitch. Oh my god. He moves left and right. He's too good for me. I think I'll do, after I do Metroid Prime, well, this one, which I feel very confident that I can beat it today. After I complete this one and then I complete Metroid Prime 2, I think I'll do the rest of this one Baldur's Gate campaign, and then after that I'll do an evil run campaign, and being evil is very new to me, so I'll probably take my time with all the text and stuff on the second playthrough, or rather it would be the third playthrough actually of Baldur's Gate 3. Very good game, love that game, mostly because it's very good and I don't get the opportunity to play D&D very often anymore. Last time I played was, oh my lord, drop frames. Okay. Last time I played D&D was like 2018? Artifact strength has been returned. Alright. So all these bird head statues will tell you where Chozo pieces are. Translated a sun chamber. Okay. That one's at a old boss room. I think I have to kill things there. huge tower within the ruins where light always shines. Okay. I know that one. Pendrana Tower. Okay. Also know where that one's at. I couldn't get it earlier because I didn't have the plasma beam then. But now I know to melt stuff. Town's far corners, a grove of life. Okay, cool. Now all these things have a key word in them that corresponds to a particular node map. So, for example, this one talked about the Pendrana's Edge, and Edge was highlighted. And in Pendrana Drifts, there is a there is this one here where it's called Pendrana's Edge. So I know I have to go over to this region. I couldn't get it earlier because I didn't have the X-ray visor, so I couldn't see all the invisible stuff. And also I didn't have the rocket jump mod installed, so I'll have to go there and then try and get that artifact with rocket jumping, even though I now also have the X-ray visor and stuff. It's like I have to at least try it, right? What up? There were 2 of the artifacts in Talon Overworld, so I think I can get those real fast, because Talon Overworld is very small, and Talon Overworld also has like a lot of ways to connect to pretty much every other place in the game, which is awesome. A root cave. Wow, suspicious looking plasma beam door at the top there. Man, wonder where that could go. Wonder why that's locked off. Nope. Went the wrong direction. I don't know where it is I'm going. Oh, hell. Where? Yeah, okay. I'm going to be even more lost all the time in Metroid Prime 2. Because at least with Metroid Prime 1, I know the map pretty darn well. However, Metroid Prime 2, I have beaten only once. And granted, it was kind of recently, within like the past couple of years or so. But, still has also been a while. Now, you can kind of see, I don't know, maybe you can't actually. Especially now that I'm, nowhere near it, but okay, you can kind of see like the raindrops falling on top, and that's invisible platform and X-ray vision, invisible platforms and stuff. And this exact room is also the room that they used to demonstrate the rocket jumping mechanic with the mod, because you can skip a lot of that if you're good enough at rocket jumping. So I think like it's just this platform that has the raindrops on it for some reason. But I think thinking here, putting on the thinking cap, I can jump from this platform up onto the ledge there. So I'm going to try that for a bit. I need to find ways to jump up. Also, like, none of my rocket jumping muscle memory works here in Metroid Prime because the rockets differ greatly from Soldier's rockets. Like, for instance, they don't give you as much lift. And really, I have only played Team Fortress 2, which is like the only Source Engine game that has the rocket jump physics that I know. Is it also possible in like Half-Life 2 Deathmatch or whatever? But yes, sure, but I also didn't play it. If you tried rocket jumping in Half-Life 2, then it was kind of a bad time because you had health to worry about, and the only rocket was a very lethal laser guided rocket, so if you blew yourself up, then like, why would you? Especially whenever bee hopping was in the game. You fudger. Alright. Still undecided on whether or not the grapple hook feels weird or good. Whoa. Whoa, I got stuck in the drain there. That's weird. I think in the Metroid Prime remaster, the plasma beam looks really cool. If I'm thinking right, because I haven't actually seen it in the game. This isn't the remaster. It is still like the 1.0 patch of Prime as released in 2002. But still, I think it still holds up. They did good with the remaster recently. The only problem is that it's still like a fully priced game, and there's still no sign of Metroid Prime 4 that has been in purgatory, I suppose, for 10 plus years. Like, holy shit, whenever Metroid Dread was finally announced, it was like the first Metroid game that people had seen in like, what was the last game before Dread? Prime 3? I think it was either Prime 3 or Hunters. And that was on the Wii and on the DS. So you had like the Wii U with no Metroid game. You had the Switch with no Metroid game for a solid 3 years. You had something else, I'm sure. There had to have been another Nintendo console in between. I guess like the 3DS. I might be thinking of the 3DS. There was no 3DS Metroid, which I guess nobody's losing sleep over, but it was rough being a Metroid fan when you got no games. I speak from experience as somebody who is a F-Zero fan. Oh, bollocks. Never mind. Hang on. I think there might be something else in this room. No. I thought there was supposed to be an artifact in here. I was... Damn it. Wasn't in the root cave either, I don't think. Underrated franchise? Yeah. And the really, really awful bad thing is that people in charge of making decisions at Nintendo have said very publicly that they don't know why people would want an F-Zero game whenever we have Mario Kart. And it's like, dude, it's not the same. Like, Mario Kart is not the same as F-Zero GX. Don't even try. Please stop trying. Great Tree Hall. Great Tree Chamber. Life Grove. Life Grove? That is where I need to go. That was the one that I was thinking of. Gosh darn it. Well, it seems like I'm going to Chozo Ruins. Where am I? Well, I wasted a lot of my time here getting 2 missile expansions. GG's. I think I'll also at one point stream Synaptic Overdrive. Or I think Synaptic Drive, Synaptic Overdrive, something like that. Synaptic Pulse, actually. I'll remember the name of this really, really good game that I claim to really, really like. I promise I will. But it's from the same guys that did Custom Robo, which is one of my favorite games of all time as well. But there were only 3 Custom Robo games. 4 Custom Robo games. I had to think about it because I have like both of the Japanese copies of Custom Robo version 1 and version 2 on the Nintendo 64, but I had to think about version 2 because I didn't know that version 2 existed up until I went to the retro store in Japan and saw it on the shelf next to the other Custom Robo that I was looking for, and I thought, there's 2 Custom Robos. What? I grappled onto it and then it just threw me into the ground. Eat my ass, Metroid Prime. Just pucker up and get to sucking. What? I do really, really want to like increase the amount of boost that you get from rocket jumping, because it does not feel like much of a boost at all. I think I'm more just playing with the ability to damage myself than anything. But that could also just be a skill issue in that I only know how to rocket jump from Team Fortress 2. And Team Fortress 2 might be incredibly different from pretty much every single other Source game. Where am I going? I know where I'm going. I say, lying to everything. Lying to everyone. Knowing damn well that I am lying. Yay! P-bomb expansion. Oh. Time to kill ghosts. What? Die. I also feel like at some point I should also just stream F-Zero alongside all the other custom robo games. If I could, I feel like I could get a capture card set up for my Nintendo 64 that I do have a functioning adapter for, so I can play the Japanese games against Daddy Japan's will in my filthy American hideout. What? Yeah, okay. Game hitched again. For a long time, I also only used Dolphin as a way to play F-Zero GX, to the point where I just called the Dolphin shortcut on my computer F-Zero GX. So I would launch it and immediately go to F-Zero. Ah, I see. That was why the thingy threw me to the ground. It was because I was supposed to get it from that angle. Ah, I see. I can get the Wave Buster while I'm here. Wave Buster will be useful for the final fight. And the Wave Buster is an entirely optional upgrade that you can get for your Wave Beam, where much like the Super Missile, you can hold your charge attack and then press the missile button and it will give you a unique attack. The Wave Buster is a lock on it's like an electro beam. It's like the Ghostbuster pack, the Proton pack. And it's pretty good damage, especially for Wave Beam. Feels very, very weird when it comes to damage. Like, it's not bad, but it's also like not as good of an option for damage as, say, the Power Beam with the Super Missiles, or a normal charged Ice Beam shot, or just anything from the Plasma Beam. The sun in my eyes. Sun shafts glaring and attacking me as we speak. Source physics, please. Okay, there we go. Wave Buster, cool. Oh, can I use it without a target? Yeah. eats missiles though. That's like its biggest problem. I forget that. There it is. There you are. There you are, you little artifact. Come here. Come here, darling. Come here, baby. Come here. Okay, next up. Have to go to like the sun chamber, right? The tower sun chamber. Yeah, there it is. We'll be going to the sun chamber. I think I also have to go to the arboretum at some point. I remember doing the arboretum. Maybe I just remember the arboretum because I've been there a lot. Because you go there very early on in the game as well. Oh yeah, I was looking up how to make gingerbread cookies, and that was whenever I realized that I also hadn't had a lot of the things that were on the list that I put up while I was gone. Like, I haven't had fruitcake, I haven't had strawberry shortcake, I haven't had... Well, I'm not going to say that I haven't had gingerbread cookies, but I haven't had good gingerbread cookies. Because the only, like, gingerbread cookies that I have had are, like, the ones that end up being really stale because they've been left out because they were part of the gingerbread house that Mother wanted to make. I have no missiles. I cannot fight these as fast as possible. This is upsetting. Never had any. I don't think we have either. It's like, it's not a skill issue. I just don't have missiles. Where's the last guy? Is the last guy? Oh, okay, he's over there. He's just hanging out. We had a line of sight. Okay, now. Don't give me power bombs whenever I have full power bombs. Don't give me energy whenever I have full health. Give me missiles. Especially because I could rocket jump past a lot of the extra stuff. Like, almost. I almost did it there. But now I have to go back and do the morph ball thing. I have to be a ball. I have to become ball. Samus is actually like triballed. She has 3 balls. This actual skill issue. I'm failing to climb up platforms because I'm not taking any of my time. That's a skill issue. Oh, bother. I have to go the other way around. Are you kidding me? They didn't tell me it was blocked off. Why is it blocked off? I killed the big bad boss. Why is his curse still around? That game sucks. In the hole. In the hole. There we go. Normally that is what he says. But yeah. Normally finding the hole is a problem for dudes. And leave it to me. Where there's a hole, I'll find it. What? Why is this door just like dead ass uninteractable? What? Huh? Bother. Bollocks. Eat my ass. Yeah, there's a missile expansion in this room that I could get. Might as well while I'm here. Can't get it with rocket jumps because I have to be small in order to get in there. All right. Time to go. I have recently been picking up this this pumpkin sweet roll that they'll sometimes sell at the local food outlet. I thought it was something that they would only have during Thanksgiving and October and all that, because that's whenever pumpkin stuff is in season. Because, you know, fall times it's pumpkin time, but no, this time around they've been selling this pumpkin stuff the entire year round, and I've been trying to learn how to make more stuff using pumpkins and pumpkin flavorings. It's like a pumpkin soup, and I know that I really like making pumpkin pies. Pumpkin pie, real good. I like pumpkin. I like pumpkin pie. Pumpkin pie, real good. But I haven't tried soup yet. Soup is on the list of, good lord, now I know why it is that they wanted me to go as long as possible. They wanted me to go as far out of their way to make sure that I climb back up here, to face the sins of ignoring everything last time around. Also because acquire super missile. Thankfully I grabbed missiles. Not a fan of pumpkins, just like disgrading corpses? Yeah. Pumpkin is a very unique flavor. It's kind of like trying to describe durian. It just is. Whoa, whoa, what are you doing, game? Like, I press W to go forward and then I go backwards. I wish I had more patience to decorate pumpkins, but every time that I go to decorate pumpkins, I just think about how I'm going to have to clean up the pumpkin corpse at the end of the season. And it's like, messing with rotty, mushy pumpkin feels like a bad chore. I would just rather not cut it out. Especially whenever there's also just like all this extra pumpkin stuff to deal with. And it feels like such a waste to like throw out seeds and all this stringy gook and all this other stuff, and it's like, could I have found a use for this? I feel like I could have, but what? It's just like weird fibers. Do I put it in my mouth? Do I eat? Do I consume it? It feels like you shouldn't. And yet you probably actually really very much could. Or should even. It might be advisable to eat pumpkin strings. Okay. Now that I got that, go forward and then left. Got it. Because I think I know the location of yet another Chozo artifact. Come on, open up. There we go. I know where I'm going. I say, for the umpteenth time, lying through my teeth. Mother would be disappointed because she didn't raise no liar, and yet here I am, blatantly lying. Forward. Onward and upward, lads. You forgive me? Aw, thanks, bestie. Oro wa kawai kara yurushemasu? Yurushite yo? Can I just go in here? No, okay. This was the energy tank square area. I have to go up top, and I have to boost around with the spider orb. Speaking of spiders, I haven't seen Spider-Verse 2. I haven't seen Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. Even though, like, Spider-Man is my favorite superhero, and I know pretty much everything about the Spider-Man. And I really like the other Spider-Verse movie. I really like the other Spider-Verse movie a lot. It's very, very good. And Miles Morales is a very good character, and I like him a lot. Across the Spider-Verse was released a while back. Well, a while back now, but being unable to formulate sentences as I try and figure out if these are valid places to rocket jump. I could. I did. First try. No. Failure. Okay. I am at serious missile deficit. I had it. Bollocks. No, I'm getting skill shoot. Help. This might be easier. I could do it. I have no missiles left. I only have a part of a dream, but they ran me off. They ran me off. They pushed me off. They shoved me off. They did their jobs. They win. I'm so sorry. I came to the wrongest neighborhood, and I'm going to come back. Is that a missile? Is that a missile recharge station? Can't go in there. Have to kill ghosts first, but I think that was a... I think that's M for missile recharge. They peeked and hit me with a stun grenade. That was all that they needed. No, Metroid Prime is a lot of fun with mouse and keyboard. It actually really is fun. Did he just... Okay. He did, in fact, just like jump into the wall and then almost leave. It's like, weird. Okay. This is either M for missile recharge station or M for map. Missiles. Yes, here we go. Now, are there other things that we could be doing in this room, such as progressing the artifacts and all the things that we need? Yes. Yes. However, the more important thing is rocket jumping. These ghosts are fucking annoying. They're everywhere. But yeah, I also haven't seen like a lot of the superhero movies. Like I haven't seen damn near anything leading up to Marvel Endgame. I've seen like I don't know, Aquaman? Question mark? I've seen Iron Man whenever it first came out. That's one of the old Marvel Cinematic Universe movies. That was where I first saw Robert Downey Jr. and I love him. Because RDJ is a really cool dude. And he just plays Iron Man perfectly. Darn it. Trying to figure out where to go from there. I think I do kind of have to... No fucking way. No delete that. Delete that from your memory. That didn't happen. I did not just let my impatience get the better of me and just drop to the fucking floor. There's no Mario Shadow. Ow. Speaking of, I also do want to play Hat in Time. Okay. Because Hat in Time still has like the hard mode stuff going for it, and I like the hard mode stuff, and my double jump didn't activate there for some reason. This game's screwy. Gosh gee willikers. So help me Winchester, I will end you. Gonna need another missile recharge. No, don't do that. Don't do this to me. Where It's up there. Okay, it's up there. I see it. So I want to go here because over here there is the spider ball track there. But the normal way to get to here is to take this spider ball track and go over here and then drop down correctly. My missile missed the floor below me, and I thought I was done for. All right, got the missile expansion. Did it only somewhat the way you were supposed to. Now it's time to fight more ghosts. I wish these guys did not respawn every time that you left and came back into the room. As often they are in rooms that require you to do things in them, and they are bothersome. Seems slightly unnecessary. They kind of are. They kind of are unnecessary. They're a little bit of a bother. Hello, halt. Okay, thank you. Do I have to fight them because I recharged the missiles? Nope. All right, cool. I think I get a new missile tank if I activate red thingy and then ride red thingy. Gonna find that out. Oh, it's just another door. All right, that might be the door that we need. That might be the door with the thing that I yep, there it is. Am I gonna have to fight more ghosts whenever I come out of the rabbit hole? Whoa. Okay, that seemed like the best rocket jump ever without actually rocket jumping. The game just sucked me up. Okay, I heard Nacho make a noise and on my bed, and I thought it was like puke. No, he's just sleeping. He's dreaming. He's got his feet up in the air. He's doing what dogs dream of. I think I'm done here then. Moving on then. This was the other place that I was probably going to investigate. Nope, done with Chosen Ruins. Time to go to Talon Overworld, and then from Talon Overworld to Magmore. Yep, seems about right. Seems like the path. Seems like a strat. At least they don't lock the doors. At least the ghosts come in and they have the common gosh darn courtesy to not lock the doors behind them. Wait, I don't think that I've even watched all the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man movies. I think I got like halfway through Spider-Man 3 and then like I don't know, my brain just blanks I draw nothing. There's nothing there after like Venom in Spider-Man 2. What even was Spider-Man 3 about? Who was the villain? It couldn't have been Sandman, because wasn't he also like the villain for 2? Which, speaking of, really looking forward to The Amazing Spider-Man 2 as done by Insomniac Games, because they did really well with the Miles Morales game. Like I played their Spider-Man game that came to PC, and I played it and I was like, oh, that's really cool, I really like it, but there's just like too much of this Ubisoft let's do this do that bullshit. And then it's like, I don't know, there was too much of this I don't care stuff to do going on. And then in Morales they expanded the combat rule set, so you got a lot more moves with Miles Morales, and it made combat a lot more interesting. And then they also just like took away half of the list of shit to do in the Miles Morales version of the game, and it's like, all right, yeah, that's perfect, it's flawless, I love it. It's probably the best Spider-Man game, actually. And we know that there's a very special room in our hearts for the PlayStation Spider-Man, where you have Venom going surf the web, surf the web, surf the web. Who, and like, really, who doesn't love Venom? Venom's such a treat. I now that I've thought about it, I really need that Venom voice clip. I need that as a soundbite. You just have that available at all times. Can he cut through the darkness? I also really like J. Jonah Jameson. The voice actor that they got for the J. Jonah Jameson for the newer Spider-Man games was really good. He did very good job. It sounded like he was actually like having a stroke at the end of the Miles Morales game. It's great listening to him. And it's also like really, like, he has actually good points. Like the points that he brings up are actually like valid and solid. Like vigilantism should not be encouraged and it should not be allowed, but at the same time it's like everything else about him is kind of a fucking idiot. Like he's a actually like decent good dude. Like there's one scene in Spider-Man 2 with Tobey Maguire where, well, no, it wasn't Spider-Man 2 because it was with the Green Goblin. It was actually the very first Tobey Maguire Spider-Man movie where the Green Goblin comes in to the Daily Bugle and is asking about who is the guy that is bringing in all the Spider-Man pictures, and J. Jonah Jameson is being held up by the neck at literal gunpoint, about to fucking die, and he says, no, I don't know the guy that is taking the Spider-Man pictures. And he's like, J. Jonah Jameson is a real cool dude, actually. He just is also something of an idiot sometimes. Where was I going? Where was I going? Not here. That was, no, that's where power is at. Yeah, that's where the warrior shrine's at. Or Triclops pit? Yeah, we're going to the pit. Going to the pit. I think I remember the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man 2 movie having like the same problems as the Spawn movie, where because it was in a movie format, it did not have as long to set up a lot of stuff. What? I know, that's game. I'm doing that. I'm currently gathering artifacts. Bitch, behave. That is what I'm doing currently. I don't have all the artifacts. Oh yeah. There's just the ice beam upgrade. I forgot entirely about that. I guess Retro Studios did as well, because it is the most unceremonious nonsense where Super Missiles got their own room. They got like Super Missiles got the like Astrolarium. They got the whole really cool, see, look at the solar system around this place to blow up with the Super Missiles. Wavebuster got their own Tower of Light, and then I guess the Ice Spreader just gets like a hallway. All right. But yeah, I think Spider-Man 2 suffered from the same thing as the Spawn movie did, where they don't have enough time to set up a lot of the stuff behind the character, so it ends up feeling incredibly rushed. Then you have 30 season Netflix shows where it's mostly filler. At Daredevil, the greatest advertisement for the Punisher Netflix series. All right, where's the entrance into this Tricops pit? Is it down here? Back here? Where are you at? Over here? It's over here. Right. In we go. I also think I heard the power-up noise. There might be a hidden power-up that I can find with the X-ray vision. In T-hole. Okay. Ah, there is. There are floating platforms. They're invisible. Okay. There we go. There we are. Okay. Curious as to where they were going to lead me. What next? I think I got all the things that I need in Magmore Caverns almost entirely on accident. No. There's a pillar I need to blast. There's a pillar somewhere. Where do I go? I don't know what buttons to press. I don't know how to access. I don't know how to. No. What's the start button? What's the start button in this mod? Is it great? There it is. Okay. Now what is R? What is R? What is R normally? Like lock on? No. Either way. Okay. Bugger it all. artifacts. There we go. It's the older. Okay, not there. I know that one. I didn't scan that one. I didn't scan that one. I didn't scan. Oh no. I'm in trouble. I'm in trouble. All right. Well. Onward and upward, I guess. I'll just blast them. I'll just trust that I'll figure it out as I go. This is one of these rooms that you could probably skip pretty early on if you have the rocket jump ability. Because you go through this area. There it is. I knew it. I remember you just in here for some reason. Someone stuck you in a rock. A holy sacred rock, I guess. You know, for a creature that spends its entire life submerged entirely in lava, you would think that they would be weak to... Well, you think that they would be strong against, rather. Think that they would be strong against superheated magma or something like that. I don't know. Alright. This goes back to Chozo Ruins. I don't need to go to Chozo Ruins. I need to go to Pendrana. So we're going back. Going back, boys. Let's get her done. We're tracking through again. Also trying to like find places, because I've been conscious of the ability that I have the ability to b-hop, but in trying to find places to b-hop, I realized that there aren't that many locations for you to b-hop in Metroid. Because there aren't that many like flat hallway areas that are very common in Source Engine games. But yeah, really looking forward to that Spider-Man 2 game that Insomnia is coming out with. It's looking real good. They're making Venom look real cool. And anytime that Venom looks cool, it's a win for everyone. Because I love my biological freaks. Because I feel a kindred spirit with them. Where am I going? Am I going this way? I don't think I am. No, I am. I am going this way. I have to melt some dude's ice. Oh yeah, I already got that. Never mind. Whether or not this gives the artifact that I'm looking for or not, I remember that it is something to do, and if I don't do it, then I will regret not doing it. Easy as. There he is. Oh, look at that. There was an artifact. Neat. I remembered. don't need to go in there though. Now, what next? Don't need to go to you. Don't need you. You had the boost ball. I'm going to the research lab. That's right. I'm going there. I'm going up. Excuse me. Just keep taking your naps. Just continue to not notice me. Owie. Yeah, this is one of the rooms that I wanted to see if it was any different with the rocket jump mod. Because normally you would have to like do the spider ball stuff, and that's like the faster way of getting up. But if I'm able to rocket jump places, then can I forego using the morph ball? I can. Cool. Great. Love that. Where do you go? Where do you go? Where do you go? You don't go where I need to go. All right. Just wanted to check and make sure that I was going in the right direction. Didn't think I wasn't, but nope. Metroid Prime 3 was where they introduced like the other hunters, I think. Like in Prime 2 they had actual dialogue where they would have characters speak to Samus for the first time in like the entirety of the Metroid series. And then in Prime 3 they had other bounty hunters. Rats Instagib. I love Rats Instagib. But I see where you mean, where it's like kind of where this plasma beam looks like a railgun, like you would see in Rats Instagib, and also how it just kills people in one shot. Yeah, I can see that. And also how I'm just like moving quickly. But yeah, this is the room where the super missiles were at, which is much different from where the ice spreader was at. Look at that. Do we have an astrolarium? The only thing that I can think of is like the Tellus Science Museum. Yep. This room is sick. Also, it's like sounds cool. Like the sound of these two things thumping is an environmental like detail that I like. Balls. Let me save real quick. Hit the save room, recover the energy that we lost from rocket jumping. Then we double back. That's probably my favorite room in the game. It really is just a room that was kind of made to look cool. And by golly Josh Jove, they did it. It served no purpose other than to have lore and the super missiles. And it served those two roles real well. Let's see, going up here, yeah? Yeah. Come on. Oh, come on. Die. What? What's your problem? This one box just nuke it. This box is invincible. There we go. I'm not entirely sure how it is that you're supposed to figure that out. Figure that particular bit out in the game without just like somebody telling you. Because that tower deadass looks like something in the background. He's like, oh, missile it, I guess? I don't know. How do I get out? How do I outie? Okay, up here. All right, gotcha. Okay. Now, onward to wider pastures. Going on to the edge. I know where I'm going. This time I'm not lying. This time I'm being very truthful and forthcoming with my information. You did not pass your insight check, but you believe that I am telling the truth. I missed. I rolled a 1. I charged up for a round and then rolled a 1. Cleric did not cast True Strike on me. I did not receive Bardic Inspiration for my big charge up attack. Enemy still has full action economy. This is terrible. It's amazing how incredibly like confusing the map screen is in comparison to just like as a juxtaposition how much I have been using the mini map in the top right. Where do I go? Where do I go? Where do I go? Do I want to go the upper route or the lower route? I think I want to go the upper route. I mean, they both go to the same damn place. Ooh, penny. This is a weird outcome where it's like, there are two paths to the same exact place, and they are both as direct. Oh, dude, he's circle strafing. He's circle strafing in the air. He's God. How doth one? Do I bomb it? How does one get underneath the ice? The world may never know. A mystery for another day, perhaps. We're never getting that missile expansion. Who am I kidding? Lamau. He can stay drowning. Help me, the missile tank is under the water. Had to take a little bit of time in my brain to appreciate the really fast piano drills as it was happening in my ears. I'm living. I'm getting a power bomb expansion. Hang on. Nothing else in the, are you sure there's nothing else in this room? Nothing else? Do I have a lift? I don't have a lift. I don't normally don't fuck with a lift. There's got to be an invisible door here, right? Yep, I knew it. There we go. I knew it was around somewhere. Now where do we have... Okay. This is the only one that I need that I don't have scanned. And this one, Talon Far Corners, Grove of Life. Damn it, I have to go all the way back to Talon Overworld. Because I didn't scan a bird statue. Well, I have to go back to Talon Overworld anyways, right? Because I have to... I think there's an artifact in the frigate. No, this is the place I was thinking of. Not in the frigate. Never mind. JK. LOL. So true. Slayhan. Onward and inward. No, wait, that's a save station. I can read maps, I promise. I read books. I read books, I read maps, I read it all. Where are you? Oh, it's dead. Okay. I saw the lock-on symbol on him still and I was like, huh? Am I getting hit with the no reg? Oh, I went back and played a bit more Team Fortress 2 after not having played it for a while. And whenever I would move my mouse around, I was like, holy moly, my sensitivity is too dang high. Why is it so high? And then I started doing a rocket jump and I flicked my mouse forward because the direction of your mouse also determines, or the direction of where it is that you're looking also determines where it is, or how fast your movement speed is. So if you're looking forward, then you go forward faster. You have more forward momentum if you are looking forward. And that is something that you do whenever you rocket jump. And as I flipped my mouse forward, I was like, ah, that's why. It's because of all these whack rocket jump flicks. If you don't have your sensitivity set to harebrained, quantum-brained rat, then you cannot do jumps. And I might do like a Jump Academy stream. because I haven't done too much in the way of rocket jumping in a very long time. I want to kind of get good again. I like doing surf maps. I do not want to lock onto an enemy. I want to lock onto the grapple beam. Never mind, I guess. I'll just eat lava. You know, I never noticed how small that room was until I just tried to rocket jump through it. That also seems like another really cool room to rocket jump through. And most of these rooms that are kind of cool to rocket jump through are cool to rocket jump through because they are interesting movement alternatives to, say, spider walking. Why did I even bother looking at the map? I don't know where I'm at. This is about the time that I would start ending the stream. Because I started like 20 minutes late, I'll just keep on going for like another 30 minutes. But it's also weird because in 30 minutes I'll probably have all the things that I need in order to fight Metroid Prime herself. But nah. I'll just keep going. I'll keep on keeping on. I just need to know where this Grove of Life and this one other Chozo artifact is. Come on, open the fuck up. I think this happens to me all the time where I just missed one bird statue. I missed one birdly hint. You. A room of research lies within the mines. We're going back to the mines. We crave the mines here. We and all the children of the world just love the mines. You can't keep us away from the mines. We yearn for the mines. Yum, yum, yum. Mines so good. Alright, now where to find where the hell this life grove is. It's either in the Talon overworld or it's in Chozo ruins. Life grove. Yeah. Okay. And okay. All right. That's also really close to a elevator to the mines. So, hey, it kind of works out. I would really like to just like route properly. I'd like to see what a most efficient casual routing is for the second half, or for this artifact gathering portion of the game. I want to see if there's somebody that has posted a map of some kind that has the most unidirectional path. So a path that doesn't like intersect or double cross or back up on itself or require anything more than just like pretty much go in a straight line from here. Let's see if there's that sort of a map around. It's like trying to replay the Resident Evil games over and over again to try and find the thing called the critical path. All the Resident Evil remake games have been really good. Those games were good. It's also like really weird to think that the Resident Evil games are considered horror, because they kind of aren't. They aren't very scary. They're goofy in action and they have like a lot of gross goopy stuff, but they most certainly are not horror. The only one that kind of came close to being horror, I think, was 7. But even then, that horror was kind of like gross out horror. Where it's just like, ah, hey, look at all these bugs. Look at all this, look at all these roaches and stuff. Oh, don't you like suddenly seeing guts and stuff? Oh, look at that, it's gross, isn't it? And also, it was very claustrophobic. I did not play 7. I did, however, really like 8. 8 was good. And I also had a good laugh to myself about how in 8's mercenary mode, pretty much all the characters were melee characters, and I couldn't help but think of the fact that Capcom was also the developer for Devil May Cry, and I just was like, huh, they can't stop themselves from making characters that want to beat the shit out of people. Like they can't stop themselves from making beat 'em up action fighters. I think my favorite was Guy with a Hammer, because I like hammers. And also because I liked that character. He had a magnetism and he was cool. I think I go here and kill ghosts and then ghosts reveal artifact that I need. Right? No? No ghosts? Unfortunately for us, we are ghostless. No? Alright, there we go. Weird. Why did they spawn in earlier? What's wrong with them? They shy? Bugger. I think I also really want to learn A Link to the Past and A Link to the Past Inside Out, because I really like doing Ocarina of Time randomizers, but the problem with Ocarina of Time is that it is very big for pretty much no reason. So you spend like 80% of your time just like traveling from one place to another, like it's World of Warcraft Classic or some shit. There we go. I knew there was something there. There you are. There you are, darling. Come here. Gotcha. That's a good skip. That's a good skip to have because of rocket jumps. I don't have to go through the entire room using rocket jump. All right, now to the mines. Then I have to find research room. Fight another one of the big elites. And then I'm good on... Oh, shoot. I have one of the... Wait. This isn't the mine. This ain't the mines. Hang on. No, in the wrong room. Gosh. Why would you do that, Slamus? Oh. There, that's the way to the that's to the mines. Wakaru. I gotta. But please hold. Please hold. All right. Whenever I was in Japan, I actually tried to find a astrolarium or an observatory. Observatory. That's the one that that's the word that I'm looking for. I was trying to find an observatory because I had never gone to an observatory before, and I wanted a place to look at and learn about planets and stuff. And I thought that it would be really, really cool. But whenever I tried to find a observatory place in Japan, there was only like one place that had the observatory, and it was like at the top of a building. And I was just thinking, am I going to be allowed to go in there? That was another thing about Japan, is that like most of it is like very cramped, and a lot of the places share real estate with each other. So I was never very particularly sure what I was allowed to go to and what I was and what I wasn't allowed to go into. So I saw that there was a like observatory at the top of on the top floor of a building, and I thought, would I be allowed to go up that building? And I just didn't chance it. I don't know what it was that I did instead. I probably walked around because well, the thing was, I was in a place that I wasn't supposed to be. I definitely was in a place that I wasn't supposed to be once. But what are they going to do? Are they going to talk to the dumb wandering foreigner who is definitely bigger and huger than you in every single way? Or are they just going to like ignore you and let you solve yourself? Because they don't know that I can speak a bit of Japanese. I know enough to know that I'm not allowed to go to places. I know enough to be able to communicate most everything that I would want to be able to communicate, right? But I don't know enough Japanese to have a meaningful conversation. Vin Diesel. All right, powerbomb. So I just got this fancy schmancy flamethrower. Let's see how that works. Oh, nope. I'm gonna wait for you to drop your shield. Never mind. Just be cute. Yeah. I did do a I did get through an hour-long conversation with a maid while I was there. That was nerve-wracking. There we are. Alright, I now have all the artifacts. I can now access the impact crater. And I'm out of missiles again. I have never had this problem. This was never a problem that I have ever had in any Metroid game. It was always you had way too many missiles. But I don't know, I've just been using missiles willy-nilly. I've just been going ham on these missiles. On these rocket-propelled devices. Oh. There we go. Skill issue, definitely a skill issue. I still definitely need to just manage to get more missiles, I guess. Just manage my missiles better. Manage my mischief, as it were. Can I? Nope. Could I? Oh. Hi there, Metroid. How are you doing today? Yeah. All right. Is it technically harder and not nearly as fast as just using the spider ball in order to climb this room? Yes. Yes, actually it is. It is in fact much harder and much slower to climb this room without the spider ball and using missiles instead. However, once more, I'm going to revel in the fact that I have rocket jumping in Metroid Prime with my mouse and keyboard mod. Where am I going? There we go. Then I can grapple hook. And I'm out. Later, Metroid. See ya, sucker. Can't catch me. Whoa. Not sure how well my Sonic impression is. I think it's definitely gone down the drain. Assuming that I had one in the first place. Alright. That space pirate gets to live. He gets to live because he has done leg day. Now I get to book it back to Talon Overworld. Oh, look at that. I'm at Talon Overworld. Then where is it that I go from Talon Overworld? Oh yeah, I go back through the frigate area. I go back through the Walda. I'm trying to remember what the armor suit designs in Metroid Prime 3 were, because I know I must have at least seen a little bit of Metroid Prime 3, but the answer is probably not, actually. Now that I'm thinking about it, I probably have not done anything with Metroid Prime 3. Probably haven't even seen anybody play it, which is one of the things that I hope to rectify with the mouse and keyboard mod, I know that the Source Engine mod doesn't exist for Metroid Prime 3. So that's a little bit of a shame. Oh yeah. As like one of my very first conversations in Japan, I was trying to go from the airport to my hotel room to try and make it before my hotel room locked me out, and then I would be just like on the street for a fucking week. I had less than 2 hours from arriving at the airport to getting to my hotel room and I was new to the metro system of Japan, which I don't know, that makes it like my very first metro experience ever, pretty much, because public transportation is damn near illegal and taboo and against our Lord and God Henry Ford and the 30 councils of Congress and capitalism that we all worship here in America. And it's like, if you want buses and trains, then you need Jesus immediately. I actually have been told to seek Jesus by a cashier at the food outlet because I came in on my bicycle. I think I might have told you that before, but it bears repeating that I was told to seek Jesus because I was riding a motorcycle. No, I wasn't riding a motorcycle. I was riding a bicycle rather than driving a truck. Oh, now you've heard it. But I chose the wrong station to go to on my train ticket that I purchased at a at the terminal, the terminus at the airport. And this is actually a pretty good spot to end, because there's still like a giant Metroid area before the final boss. So unfortunate I did not finish Metroid Prime today, but I do need to sleep soon. So this is as good a time to end it as any. But to finish the story, I purchased a ticket at the airport to go to what I thought was the station closest to my hotel, but I got the names wrong. I got them mixed up. So whenever I tried to walk through the ticket booth at the station that I was trying to end up at, the ticket master stopped me and was like trying to ask me questions and talking to me about where it was that I was going. Said, "Hi, ore wa Haneda kara. Demo kono eki wa chigau. Eki no namae hiranai." And he was just like nodding. He's like, okay, I understand, because I told him in as simple word. He understood. He knew how to talk to lost foreigners. Because at some point, I apologized and said, "Sumimasen, ore wa choto maigo desu," which maigo is lost child. So I apologized and called myself a lost child. So, first day of being in Japan was incredibly stressful up until I got into the hotel room, and that was where I could finally like sit down and actually figure out what the hell was wrong with my phone, because I also did not have service. Even though I purchased an international plan for just for that trip, I should have had working like data in Japan, but I did not. So straight talk, suck my ass. That was fun. Well, that's it for today. Thanks for coming by. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being here. I'll be back same time tomorrow. 10 a.m. EST, 11 p.m. JST. I remember Japanese Standard Time for some reason. I remember because it's 13 hours ahead. You just like flip AM, PM, and then add one. Good stream. Thank you. I try. I will attempt to word vomit better. Speaking of word vomit. No. Okay. Cool. I thought that someone else might have been streaming at around this time, and she is a box full of nothing but cheer and words, and if you like your girls cheerful and chatty, she is perfect, but she is currently not streaming, so I'll just stop it here. Bye bye. Thanks for coming. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.